I bow to all the seekers of truth. Truth is something which cannot be changed, it cannot be challenged, it cannot be imagined. One has to feel the truth on your central nervous system. What is the truth? The truth is that you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not this intelligence, you are not these conditionings or your ego, but you are pure spirit. This is one truth. And the second one is that this whole universe is covered with a very subtle energy which is called as the all-pervading power of God's love, or in Sanskrit language it is called as Param Chaitanya. So these are the two things which we have to seek, and this is what, once we know what it is, then the truth, you can feel it on your central nervous system. For this happening, there's an arrangement within us already made, within our being, is a power, which is a residual power of Kundalini. It's called as Kundalini because it is coiled in 3.5 coils. It is resting in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That shows that the Greeks knew that it was a sacred bone. Now this is the energy that has to be awakened, and when it is awakened, it rises through 6 very subtle energy centers and pierces through the fontanel bone area. And then you feel as if a cool breeze is coming out of your fontanel bone area. But this is just like a connection with the mains as we have for every instrument. With this happening, you become a self-realized person, in the sense that you develop a new dimension in your awareness, in your central nervous system, on which you can feel the centers or these chakras of your own being and that of others. So you get the self-knowledge, also you get the knowledge about others, what are their problems. Thus you become collectively conscious, as Jung has said that next stage of human awareness is going to be collectively conscious. So you become collectively conscious. It's a question of becoming. It is not just a certificate, it is not exercise. Sahaja, Saha means with and Ja is born with you. Also Sahaj means spontaneous. Yoga means the union with this all-pervading divine power. Sahajayoga is the right of every human being to achieve that ascent. In the evolutionary process, we have come to the stage where we are human beings. But the knowledge that we have is not absolute. To get to the absolute knowledge, we have to rise higher into new realm beyond thought. And this is the new realm which you achieve after Sahajayoga, by which you feel the truth, the absolute truth, and everybody feels the same. With the awakening of the Kundalini, so many things also happen, because it nourishes all your centers. By the nourishment of the centers, you find that your health suddenly improves. Definitely Sahajayoga has cured many psychosomatic diseases like cancer, no doubt about it. But it only happens if the Kundalini rises and pierces through your fontanel bone area. Then only it happens, and it works out in a way that will definitely show you that something new has happened. But apart from that, you get your mental peace. Many mental cases have been cured. Also, you get your intelligence suddenly sharpened up, because the brain that you are using is just a B part, but when the light of your spirit comes into your brain, you start seeing things much more deeply and understanding them much better. It's such a remarkable thing that it has to happen to all of us as the last jump or the breakthrough into the evolutionary process. As this Sahajayoga is not a new thing, it has been there, but it was only transmitted from one master to one disciple. Only in the 12th century somebody wrote about it very clearly for the masses, and now it is becoming practical and thousands of people are getting realization all over the world. May God bless you. It could not be shorter than that. I could have said you cannot pay for it, but that's not necessary.
I think Kripal mentioned this.
Huh?
Yes.
Shivanaji, many of the seekers in Amsterdam and in the U.S. have done seeking through drugs. And you've spoken in the past with great compassion about what drives people to drugs and that need for it.
So should I say
Would
something
it be
more?
possible to speak about that? I think it might reach their hearts because sometimes they feel guilty or ashamed.
East and West, a little thing else.
But they don't know why to stop.
Huh?
They don't know why to stop taking drugs. What's the reason? Why should we stop taking drugs?
Or why they did it in the first place. So perhaps.
In India, there has been for ages a struggle or great movements to find the truth. As a result of that, people have become more on the spiritual side than on the materialistic side. There's another thing that lots of saints were born in this country who have talked about the knowledge of the spirit. We call it as Adhyatma. If you do not have the base of this spirituality within you, or at least the understanding about spirituality, with any progress one can topple down, because that is the foundation of human life. If you have the proper idea about spirituality, then whatever may you achieve in life, it doesn't give you ego and it doesn't put you into imbalances. This is the reason when the people in the West started seeking, they didn't have the proper idea as to what should be the life style of a seeker, which Indians have. Because they never had this idea, they succumbed to certain things like false gurus. Then also they succumb to things like drugs. Now drugs are another thing which takes you to the imbalance. It can never take you to the divine. The reason is that it reduces your awareness. Why? When you become the divine, your awareness becomes very much increased, not only that but sharp and penetrating. So whatever makes your awareness dull or lowers it down has to be against the spiritual progress. So if you want to have the truth, then you have to give up your drugs. But I think in Sahajayoga I have seen wonders that even if you do not give up drugs and you come to Sahajayoga, when your Kundalini rises, then automatically you give up drugs. I don't have to tell. Because sometimes I find if I talk against drugs, many would just leave the hall. But I don't talk about it, I just raise their Kundalini and next day they are without it. So that can happen to you because in the light of the spirit, you can see if you are holding a snake in your hand or you are holding a rope in your hand. So that is how to get to that higher state you have to be prepared that this all the kinds of drugs and all kinds of intoxicants which you have been using have to be given, because they reduce your spirituality not only, but they reduce your awareness even to understand. So I wish luck to all the people who want to give up drugs, can easily get it done through Sahajayoga. For all these things you don't have to pay. It's your own power within yourself which works it out automatically, because it's a living process. It's a living process, and this is where we all have to reach. All right? Because I must, because the lifestyle is not built up that way.
And about the students, I was for some time at university, and there's so many good people, but they don't have time. They only study and they don't have time.
No, but they will study better, and they'll have much more time after Sahajayoga. If you want, I'll say that. I have seen people who come to Sahajayoga. They bring their children and they bring their sons and daughters and say that they are very dull in studies, they are not good at studies. So I tell them that if you just get them realized, their brain will be more enlightened. And it has happened that many children who were regarded as absolutely hopeless cases became very, very brilliant. And we have some records. Like there was one boy who was only 21 years of age, and he passed his chartered accountancy, which no one has done so far. We had another record of a boy about his medical studies. So we have records, and all the children who are following Sahajayoga are getting scholarships and they are doing very well. The reason is that once you get your realization, not only that your brain activity improves, but also there is a complete balance in your life, and there is no struggle between your heart and your brain, and you are just settled down with yourself. It's such a peaceful state. So for students it's important that they should take to Sahajayoga, and they can learn things so fast that a lot of time will be left for them. And we had cases like that. Those boys, they said, just we passed. I said, how? He said, nothing, we just read something, and the same thing in the class, and the same thing came even in the exams. It all perfectly all right. So many cases we have got where people have done so well in their studies.
I wonder, Srimati, one of the other concerns is the environment and man's relationship to the environment, what he's done to the environment. You've spoken how the inner transformation has to happen before we can do that. So perhaps we.
All human problems can be solved if human beings can get their transformation. See, this imbalance has come to us to such an extent that now we have got ecological problems. The ecological problems are only man-made, they are not made by God. So if a human being gets completely transformed, all his habits change, all his hankerings change, he becomes a satisfied soul, and he doesn't try to acquire things to that extent, nor does he want to aggress other people with his business, nor does he want to produce too many things at a time. Moreover, we have produced a lot of plastics. That was not necessary. We can do with one proper plate of glass instead of having 10 plastic things. So all this Western growth has been like a tree which has grown too big and has not found out its roots. Sahajayoga is the way you can find out your roots, and that's how this big huge civilization which is on the brink of a shock will come to life, and we will see that the future is going to be beautiful for all of us. It's quite natural and good. I think they would like it. But I don't know if this will upset them.
What?
This shawl.
For instance, if I would walk like this in Amsterdam, people wouldn't be upset.
No?
No.
No? Really?
They accept everything. So they accept the negative, but they would accept like this. They say, oh, he's walking in a dhoti. Okay, he's walking in a dhoti.
Also Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most beautiful shawls I ever seen.
It's a very good one. I think I'm writing a book on his meta-modernism. This will be ready by in 2 months' time, I think so. I've done 5-6 chapters very nicely, and maybe 3-4 can be added to it, meta-modern. In that I've discussed about the modernism, and what is meta-modernism is Sahajayoga.
Very much looking forward.
Yes, I think they like it. What is the effect of modernism and how it can be neutralized? That book will be ready very soon. So 8:30 बजे से program है. I am waiting for Mr. Srivastava to come. So what we can do, I can go for the program, and they can also join us. He's 7:50. He'll be at the airport. Huh? They said that the flight is cancelled. So it is going tomorrow. I said, very good chance, we can go and see the ashram we want. We told him that we'll reach the hotel and we'll be exactly at 7 o'clock. So we went there. We bought that ashram in that short time, did everything, finished it. And then we rushed back. It was raining very heavily on the way. Still we rushed back. Reached the airport, reached the hotel, first airport, we saw they were not there. We came to the hotel and everybody is missing. So we asked them for the keys and we saw they had used the bathrooms and everything, the waters where they had gone. So I said, all right, let's go back to the airport at least. So they had left 2 minutes before 7. आदमी फ्यूचरिस्टिक होता है ना उसका 2 minutes before 7, and such a lot of problem with that. Then we rushed to the airport, we saw them there. I never miss any plane, except once, but that was inevitable because we started quite early that time. I think that must be the reason we must have we know Harita very much, very much. And he said this is a road which is very good for us to reach the airport. And it was all jam. It's absolutely jam. That's how once we told not to hurry up. Alright, so those people who are going, you need not bundle up the other people. We have got buses, people that can go on the buses, they can come.
There's only one thing, all the luggage is on the roof, so it has to be unloaded. So it'll take a bit longer, and it's all mixed together.
Who's there, Sanjay?
The French and the North Americans, so we could just go with the French.
No, you see what they can do is to take this bus and take out the luggage that they have and send it back again. The same bus can take them. There's a 2 hours difference. See? How much time do they take to take out the bus and luggage?
It takes quite a while to unload because they're quite heavy and carrying it
Half an hour.
at the airport.
The buses, the roof, yeah, half an hour.
And it's all mixed, so it might be easier if we went with them because it's all sort of mixed together. But if we stay the night, that's nice. That's much longer anyway. We can stay until 3.
People plan out so deeply what to do with you and how to neutralize your planet.
You're doing very well.
No, one thing you can do. Let this bus go there and wait. We'll send them by another bus. How many Americans are there?
Americans, Canadians, maybe 14, very small number.
So why jam them with that? 14 we can just send them just like that. 14 में कुछ और इंतजाम हो जाएगा. वीडियो वैन पे भेज दो 14.
The video van is only
6, 7, 6. Just 6 people.
One American can go with these as a punishment. Alright. And he can keep the luggage of these people. Let them take out their luggage. They can stay there.
Yes.
These people can follow. 14 people.
Sure.
That's too much to go. And then what I am thinking about America, how far it is. See, you must know that at least one night's proper sleep is necessary. If तो यहाँ से जग के जाएंगे, वहाँ जग के जाएंगे, why torture them?
In fact, there's 50 French on there. There's more French than the bus can take. Doesn't he say?
There's 74 total.
74.
So 2 buses will have to go for the French in any case. Because there's more than one bus full of French.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What is that? See, they must rest in the night also. Because they have to travel such a lot. America जाना पार्क में ऐसी बात
Well,
है.
that's
खोपड़ी फिर जाए. They should take proper tea, everything, and then चाय देके इनको भेज दो.
Indeed.